Now, while I'm more into the animation industry, I'm trying to go to school to become an animator, I am still somewhat into video games. Not to the point where I play them every day. I consider myself more of a casual gamer, if anything else. There are genres and games I like. I love the platform fighting genre and how it's finally being able to have more games inside its genre besides just Smash Brothers, like Rivals of Aether, Icons Combat Arena, Indie Pogo. Of course, there are franchises I like Smash Brothers, Kingdom Hearts, Sonic the Hedgehog, and games I like Shovel Knight, Cuphead. And it's just to say that while I am not a huge gamer, I still respect video games as a whole. I'm not one of those people that's just, oh, video games are the epitome of evil. They are Satan. Because that's just silly. They're recently getting back into doing the whole, oh, video games cause people to become shooting things again. And you all are being played like fools. They want you to go ahead and look at those news reports and ignore the bigger picture. It's just like what they did with Columbine. Instead of actually looking at the real issue, they decided to be like, video games, Doom, The Matrix, Marilyn Manson, Gothic subculture. Let's blame all of those. Shame them. Shame you. Everybody. Shame. 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 What am I doing? I got really off track so quickly. Anyway, the first video game system we got was never bought for the family. It was sort of a hand-me-down from, let's just say, not the best stepdad. He's not my stepdad anymore. It's been like over 10 years since he had a divorce with my mom. And thank God, let's just say, that guy, he wasn't necessarily abusive, but he almost got to that point. I should say that. I don't know what happened. When my mom first met him, he was the nicest, sweetest guy you could meet. And the next thing you know, he punches through the window in our front door and tries to say my mom tried to kill him. Which, of course, did not happen. Well, okay, my mom didn't try to kill him. He did punch through the window in the front door. I don't know why. He just comes home drunk, and then instead of using his key to open the door, he goes, boosh, right through the window. The cops come. You know what he does? He decides to say, oh, she tried to kill me, because he got a big old gash in his arm from punching the window. Even though the cop could easily just take 5 steps and see that that window's broken and is covered in blood. And you know what happened next? His friend came over. And you're going to think, oh, he's going to take the stepdad's side. No. My stepdad's, or former stepdad's ex-stepdad, I don't know what you'd call him. His friend decided to be like, officer, if she wanted to kill him, he'd already be dead. And I don't find that hard to believe. You don't fuck with Mama Bear. And I'm not just talking about my mom, I'm talking about moms in general. As soon as someone gets in the way of Mama Bear's cubs, she becomes Godzilla. Oh no! Oh Christ. But if there's anything I would go ahead and thank him for, it's for introducing me to the PS1, my first video game system. That wasn't bought for the family. That was the PS2. Okay, no, the Game Boy was the first. Okay, home console, whatever. And of course, this console, it had multiple games that he already had and some bought for the family. All 3 Crash Bandicoot games, Crash 1, Crash 2, and Crash Bandicoot Warped. It's not called Crash 3, it's called Crash Warped. I don't know. Anyway, we also had the Rugrats video game, Search for Reptar, Ape Escape. What else? Jesus. My memory, we rented a lot of video games. We didn't actually buy video games. We just went to Blockbuster, remember when that was a thing, and rented games, like the Monsters, Inc. video game, and for the PS2 sake, since I can't think of any other PS1 examples, like the Madagascar video game. There aren't that many PS1 memories I have. I do remember having Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase, not as a rental. The games like the Crash games, Ape Escape, Rugrats, Search for Reptar, and Scooby-Doo, those are all games that we owned. And an arcade collection. No, it wasn't an arcade, it was an Atari collection. What am I thinking? I don't know why, but me and my sister played the shit out of the Atari collection. I forgot, Tempest. I was going to say I forgot the name, but I just remembered it as soon as I was going to say that. I loved Tempest. Tempest does not get talked about as much as it does. Essentially, all it is kind of like a shooter, but you're kind of not really on rail. in the normal sense of the term on rail. You're kind of like this little, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird shaped ship thing, and you gotta constantly turn it into other lines and make it shoot down that said line. I hope I'm explaining this well, because I have it imagined in my head right now. It's right there in my brain, but coming out of my mouth, it probably just sounds like I'm going, colorful shapes going in the line, and gotta shoot the bad lines. And of course, asteroids, missile war. I forgot the missile game that gave everyone a goddamn seizure. And of course, very recently, I actually went down, not recently as in 2015, 2016, can't exactly remember what year. I actually got some more PS1 games because this is a point in time where I wanted to experiment with Red Room, back before Red Room even became a thing. I also got things like Tomb Raider, Croc, Abe's Odyssey. What else? There was another one. But anyway, a lot of them don't work. It's not the games. It's the controller I have for the PS2. It's like cut at the wire. It somewhat works, but it keeps trying to pause. Abe's Odyssey just flickers the pause screen. That was probably the most disgusting sound you ever heard. That was my tongue, okay? My lips smacked. If you thought that was anything else, please get those thoughts out of your head. Get your mind out of the gutter. Go to the bathroom, finish up what you started after hearing the sound, and then come back, okay? But it would work for other games. It would work with Crash 3. It would work with Kingdom Hearts. But the only PS2 controller I have that would work, for some reason, do that. I have to get a new one soon. I know it's not that, and not the games, because I have two PS2s. That was an accident. Alright. Now, what happened was, in 2015, I thought I sold my PS2 to get extra money. We were in a rough time at that point. So while packing to move on to the next apartment, I decided, you know what? How about I go down to the thrift store and buy a PS2, just for shits and giggles. And then, so I did it. I bought the game system, I bought some games. I think that's where I bought Tomb Raider, Croc, and all of the others that I have now. And I played Crash Bandicoot 3 for a little bit. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. And then, guess what happens while I continuously pack? Literally an hour later. There's that box. I wonder if it's empty. I could use it for packing. Oh, look, the PS2 I thought I sold. I guess I have two now. Oh, God. Holy hell. Now, and I still have both of them. I could easily sell one for some extra bucks, but I don't know which one. And I know that sounds like a stupid question. Hear me out. One of them is missing a certain component. And you think that's the one I should get rid of. But it's not. You know how the N64 has like that thing you gotta plug into the system to play games like Donkey Kong 64. The big red thing they put in the front of it. I forget what it's called. It has one of those things in the back of it. And it's missing. And I don't know what it adds and what it removes. Actually, you know what? No, I just realized what I said was stupid. I just realized what the hell doesn't matter. Just pull it out anyway. You can pull it out of the one. Never mind. Whatever. I'm an idiot. I just realized how much of a fucking idiot I sound like. Oh, lordy. Jesus Christ. We don't have the PS1 anymore. What happened to it? Okay. This is around 2008, maybe 9. This was 2008. I remember now because this is when my cat died. I remember that explicitly. It was a very scarring moment. Anyway. So, we had this little kitten named Tiger. Cutest little thing in the goddamn world. I think I have a video of Tiger back in my very first YouTube account 10 years ago. It might still be there if the channel is still up. I don't know. I haven't been able to do anything with it for the past 8 years, so YouTube might have just decided, we're going to shut that down. It's very possible. But anyway, Tiger never knew when or where to piss. So one time, we decided we don't need the PS1 anymore. The PS2 has backwards capability. So in the neighborhood that we lived in, we decided to sell it. You know what happens? They brought it right back and said, it won't work and it smells like cat piss. Well, I wonder. I wonder what could have caused that conundrum. My thing is that you're thinking, oh, the PS1 was on the floor or maybe on a shelf. No, it was in this cabinet-like area. We had this big stand for our big, huge back-end TV. So basically, there were no open parts. So there were doors that opened and closed that we opened whenever we wanted to play. Whenever we wanted to play. Sorry, I can't talk. Whenever we wanted to play any game. And it was closed the majority of the time. Somehow, this little shit figured out how to open the door, go inside, and take a leak on the PS1, and get right back out. I don't know. I know how much they did that just as much as I know why I stutter so much. And slur my words, because I'm a fucking idiot. Why do I do that anyway? A lot of you are probably like, alright, get to the point, dumbass. Slouching on your couch or whatever, looking at me like, this idiot can't even finish a sentence. Probably doing impersonations of me right now. Oh, they. And I'm just sitting here going, stop making fun of me. What the hell? I think I lost my mind. I think it's finally happened.